Am I the only person on the internet who is very, very fucking ugly, but I either use VTuber models or anime pictures to represent myself as an attractive anime character? Surely no one else does that, right? Hold on, let me double check something. Okay. I had to double check in the mirror real quick. Yes, I do not look like the picture on the screen. But whether it's the linked video in the description, which has a really good version of the We Don't Bite Five Nights at Freddy song. I like the art in that one too. But you can pretend I look like this. So, we can pretend that I am a sexy Bishonen anime guy. But full disclosure, I am not. But yeah, I was just kind of curious. Like, granted, I don't know if I can really call myself a VTuber because I don't really stream. Everything's like pre-recorded stuff, and even then, I'm not like I said, I'm never going to make a career out of this. I mean, I've never made a cent off of any of my YouTube stuff and never will. So, I don't know if I can still call myself a VTuber or whatever, especially since I've only ever really used a couple very poor attempts at making a VTuber model, plus my computer is kind of a potato, so granted, no offense to my computer, it's actually the most advanced computer I've ever owned. It's also a laptop that I've had for maybe going on 5 years or so at this point. Heck, last year around this time, it was starting to overheat and make weird fan noises. I thought it was like, okay guys, I can't make Let's Plays anymore because my computer's going to catch fire. And even in that situation, if it didn't, you wouldn't be able to hear anything, over the extremely loud fan. I thought my computer was trying to learn to fly. Then again, you guys would probably think it would be a mercy if you all you could hear was a giant super loud fan at this point. Really, you hear a light fan in the pack, but it's an air filter over there. I'm talking about the actual laptop cooling fan. But yeah, unfortunately, you guys don't have the sound of my laptop catching fire. Instead, you have to actually listen to me singing. Or you can just click stop on the video. Just saying, I am not good at singing. So, I got off work just a little while ago. I stopped at the gas station, got a little slice of breakfast pizza stuff. I got a Rockstar original flavor. I remember when Red Bull, Rockstar, and Full Throttle were the only energy drinks that existed. And there was no such thing as a flavored energy drink. There were no flavors. It was just energy. Then again, the original formula for Full Throttle was stronger, more caffeine, and a Fedra. Your fucking piss glue in the dark. Glowed. Probably wasn't healthy. Eventually I had to change the recipe though because people started having heart attacks. But then, as far as no, modern Full Throttle is safe as long as you drink it in moderation. Yeah. By the way, if anyone has any songs that you would like me to ruin, I promise nothing. I guarantee even less. And heck, the only thing consistent about this channel is a complete and total lack of professionalism. Also, the possibility that I might have ADHD or autism. I don't know. Or borderline personality disorder. Or depression. I'm not sure. At this point, if you guys have listened to enough videos, heck, even listening right now, do I sound like I have autism? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. All the online tests say that I'm extremely autistic and extremely ADHD. So, we'll just go if I'm eccentric, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah. So, any songs you guys want me to ruin? I'll at least listen to the song on myself on the YouTubes, and I'll consider it, but no guarantees I'll do anything. Um, but yeah, I don't know if I really count as a VTuber because I don't really stream, and well, the only V2 models I really ever used were like those free copyright versions, or the kind of like the base model stuff that you can like make a little bit in the editor. But I really don't know what I'm doing with that stuff, and I don't know if I'd really be getting into doing it enough to actually try to learn like Blender stuff to actually make a full-on model. And even then, I'm not even sure my computer would ever be in a condition to do it. And even then, mostly, I'm just not the kind of person that's going to have like a VTuber avatar there, like doing a reaction videos like Rick and Morty stuff. Like, it's just, I don't feel like that's the sort of thing I'd be doing. It was just kind of cool to use a VTuber model sometimes. I'm not even sure if the VTuber stuff I was using even functions anymore. I mainly just used it for a little bit of a couple karaoke things, kind of Libe, and can't even remember the other song. Yes, I can't. I have two other Icebreaker songs that I'm wanting to get into, but I've just been putting that off. Plus, putting off learning German. Heck, all the languages I would like to learn: German, Japanese, Hebrew, and French. I have looked at other languages too, but like I've just looked at certain things like Korean, Vietnamese, Russian, Chinese, Arabic, like all those languages. I've looked at them and I'm like, no, there's no fucking way. Like the Russian, it's just like you can't. I look at the stuff and it's like I can't even comprehend what the fuck it is you're trying to read there. But it's like, well, at least like say German, it's still mainly the same letters as the English alphabet, and the way the language is set up is relatively the same. So I feel like it's easier for my mind to at least attempt to grasp. But yeah, I guess, do I really count as a VTuber? Because I don't really use the V2 model, and even then, one, I am too poor to justify buying any sort of rigging VTuber model from like someone who makes things professionally. And even then, even if I did have the money, I don't know if it'd be a justified purchase, just because I don't know if I'd really even use it that much. Even if I had a state-of-the-art computer that could actually be good at it. I mean, in general, I'm more so just making videos like this with a still frame picture in the background, or reading visual novels. Heck, Union Rhythm Psychosis comes out in October. That'd be kind of cool. It's kind of a rhythm game, but it looks cool. So, but even then, at least it's not a super graphically intense game. And it's even a game where, like, if I did have a avatar or something, I feel like it would just take away from the game itself. Like, I feel like it would take away from, like, the visual novel Higurashi for me to just have a goofy anime character in the back and just the lower corner. It is cool to use sometimes, but I don't even know if that stuff even works anymore, and I really don't feel the drive to mess with it. But I guess, like, it could be said of, like, VTuber people. Like, here's a question. Some VTubers look like the avatar. Some people, again, that's the great thing about having VTuber stuff. You can look like anything. And even then, you can choose to have multiple models. Heck, I think that's pretty cool. Like, I've seen people like, I think Shy Lily and Zentreya have like a dozen different looking models, especially Zentreya. And it's like, I think it's awesome, the variety. And I think every one I've seen has been just really great. And yes, partly for lewd reasons, yes. I mean, you guys know me. I'm not above saying I like the jiggle physics, the big titties, and just all the different outfits are really, really sexy. But I think that's pretty cool, that VTuber stuff. It's like you can basically have all these different changes of outfits and models, and that's cool. I'm doing the low-tech version of that. I have like hundreds of different pictures of anime characters I could just choose from the internet. And I'd be like, hey guys, imagine I look like this. Out of that, I'll be like, hey, here's this cool background Final Fantasy game. Or it'd be like, hey, here's this woman from this anime that I think's a cool waifu. It's like I would totally fuck her. Even though a lot of time people say, oh, she's the one fucking you. Since a lot of time you talk about Futa. I'm like, yeah. But I mean, that's semantics at that point. It's like at that point we're arguing like the difference between like verbs and adverbs. Then again, other people are like, I don't think I really wanted Lunar to go into detail about trying to describe the Venn diagram of the imaginary sex with hentai characters. Everyone's like, this is supposed to be karaoke. We have not done any karaoke. And I'm like, yeah. I also do that. I go on tangents. I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying not to get distracted. I seem to have short-term memory problems, and I seem to go on different... I'm going to try, like, especially the visual novel, so I'm trying just to read the story and not just... But I guess the main point to say is this. I am ugly as fuck. I look like the Dragon Ball Z fusion of Felix Argyle and the Doomslayer. I look like the Dragon Ball Z fusion of Lavos from Chrono Trigger and Super Kami Guru from Team 4 Star's Dragon Ball Z Abridged. The big Namekian dude. I look like Shimio from Deathmark. I look like Sayori from, Doki Doki Literature Club, when she's hanging from their ceiling. I look like Venus Cacophobia from Fiend Folio Binding of Isaac. I look like Zawel from the original Dragon Spirit, the New Legend. I look like a dragon. I look like a chubby fusion. I look like the fusion. I look like a chubby Dragon Ball Z fusion of Tim Curry and Jack Nicholson, but as a Fallout ghoul from the Fallout video games. Now, granted, I've described my personality as a multitude of anime character fusions. Actually, I've written down over here. See, fusion number 1, the profile picture. Yusuke Urameshi and Sailor Moon. Fusion number 2, Astolfo and Jack Hanma. Fusion number 3, Chronogorgon and Vash the Stampede. Chronogorgon's from Soul Eater. Just like in Fusion 4, Stein from Soul Eater, we have Nagisa from Assassination Classroom. Fusion number 5, Chip, the Cable Guy, is played by Jim Carrey, and Ernest, played by Jim Varney. Fusion number 6, Vegeta, and the 2003 Guilty Gear XX Testament, the 2003 version. And Fusion 7, Goku and Tsukasa from Dot Hack Sign the Anime. Fusion 8, Shinji Ikari from Evangelion, and Zelos Metallion from the Slayers anime featuring Lena Inverse. Fusion 9, Licht Bach Rihito from the Plunderer anime, and Takumi Nishijo from Chaos Head Noah. Fusion 10, Date from the AI The Somnium Files, and Mikan Sumiki from Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Paradise Despair Island. And Fusion number 11, Mega Man Volnut from Mega Man Legends, and Alucard from Team 4 Stars Helsing Abridged. That being said, the character in front of you is Ramada Amamura. He is a really incredible anime character that I think both in physical appearance and in personality, I feel Ramuda is the Dragon Ball Z fusion of Astolfo and Jack Hanma. I think that if you use the Patara earrings from Dragon Ball Z and you put them on Astolfo, and Jack Hanma from Baki the Grappler that this is what you would get. And then again, I also wouldn't mind, like, imagine, let's say, if like I said, the video in the description, or heck, I'll have 2 videos in the description. The one for the My Name is Lunar, Please Take My Hand video, which will also be there. That's a video I made. I don't even remember where the picture came from, but I feel like it's the most accurate description of how I'm trying to represent myself. Everyone's like, you just come off as really, really cringe. You're just a really, really lame otaku. And I'm like, yeah, I know. It is what it is. But, yeah, I'm just saying, I don't know if other people on the internet do this, but, like, in real life, I am very fucking ugly. Like, I don't think I've met anyone in my entire life who has ever actually found me attractive. Granted, I've had relationships, and during those relationships, those people said they thought I was attractive. But then, of course, during the, ending of said relationships, they made it very abundantly clear that they never actually once found me attractive. But hey, on the plus side, I should be grateful that people at least were willing to explain their ulterior motives and their reasonings behind things. Doesn't mean it's not a bit insulting. And I mean, I'm just saying this. I don't need everyone in the world to find me attractive. I'm just saying I'm just saying hugs and compliments would be nice. And for the most part, I don't remember what a hug or a compliment feels like. Though, I mean, I do at least give my mom hugs occasionally. I'll put that in there. I mean, I love my mom very, very, very much. But I feel like in context of what we're discussing, I feel like that kind of isn't something I'm supposed to bring up. But yeah, you guys get the point. But I'm just saying this. Am I the only person who, like, in real life is actually a very ugly person? But I'm representing myself as, like look at this. Like, I feel like this is a hot Bishonen character. I'm representing myself as a hot anime character to an anime that I don't own. Maybe kind of like me showing a picture of Goku and saying I'm representing myself as Goku. Obviously, I don't own Dragon Ball Z. It's just in that situation, it's like me saying, hey, I'd rather be able to fire Kamehamehas and be capable of doing 10,000 push-ups, but I can't. I can't fly either or use a Kaioken. Though, granted, in my defense, there are times where I have tried jogging or running, especially sprinting, and I would say Kaioken to try to push myself to jog or run faster, and then sometimes you you go times 2 or times 3, as if you're like say you're like sprinting and you're trying to push yourself, you're like Kaioken, and you're like Kaioken times 2, as if you're trying to push yourself to like go a little faster. And I'm like, yes, I understand that doesn't actually work, and that makes me sound like the biggest weeb on the planet, but yeah, everyone's like, you're supposed to say something in your defense. I'm like, there ain't a fucking thing I can say. Like, let's be clear. The only reason I don't own a fucking pair of Vaporeon pajamas is because they're not, like, readily available to be bought, and I'm not rich. Now, if they were cheap and, like, at Walmart, probably would. Heck, if I was dating somebody, I'm probably sure I'd probably have sex in the Vaporeon pajamas. The other question is, what pajamas would the other person be wearing? And will we switch sometimes? Like, okay, you can wear the Vaporeon and I'll wear, a fucking Charizard costume. Obviously, that'd be awkward. Evie? Law Punny? Everyone's like, please stop. It's like, I don't know. 20 minutes in, we haven't sang anything. Though I also, I was going to say my singing's so bad, it's epilepsy for your ears. Your ears are going to be bleeding. But then again, at this point, your ears are already bleeding from being like, what the fuck is this conversation? I'm like, again, I think I've said this statement a few times before, and that is, if you think this video is the cringiest thing you've ever come across, it only proves that this is the first video of mine that you've come across. Because all of my other videos are also as equally cringy as this. I guess I might as well do my intro. I mean, like I said, I was thinking about just to go straight into singing, but I kind of just started talking. But yeah, I'm just saying this. I don't actually look like the picture you're looking at, but I would prefer to represent myself as looking like this. But then again, that probably sounds lame. It's like, hey guys, I'm very ugly. I don't like being ugly. I would like to represent myself as someone who's actually handsome. I would like hugs and compliments. I mean, on the one hand, that sounds really pathetic, but then again, yeah, I am. So I'm not gonna try to justify that it's like I have this reason. No, it's literally just, hey guys, I have a combination of low self-esteem and also a crippling awareness of reality. I mean, we can try to have this delusion where I pretend I look like this. Psych myself up like a fucking Goku. I mean, like fucking Piccolo. After a fuse with Neo, I am great. I can do this. They'll be like, hey. It's like, hey, Lunar, you're actually attractive and handsome and cute. And deserve love and affection, hugs. And you're not worthless or a failure. And you're sexy. So, yeah. Okay, Alex said it. That sounds so pathetic, but that's because it is. It's just like, hey, guys. I have low self-esteem and feel bad about my own self-image and all that feelings, but also largely because I actually am really fucking ugly. So, yeah, it's not all in my head. It's all in the mirror, too. So, yeah. Are you going to drink more of this energy drink? There's vitamin B6 and 12 in here. Some other stuff. How much caffeine's in this? It says it somewhere. I'm struggling to find it. 160 milligrams. Say 160 milligrams of caffeine. So I'm yawning and starting. Then I just get off work. I just want to do this. And it's but yeah, I got home, took a shower. Then, wow, I'm starting to fall asleep. Spacey out. But I'm just saying, am I the only internet person that does that? That even though the real life, physical human that is Lunar D8 is really fucking ugly, I'm representing myself as a cute anime character. So, yeah. At least that way, like, anyone tries to insult me, like, it doesn't mean anything. It's like, someone's like, you're ugly, Looter. I'm like, I know. I know. I know I'm ugly as fuck. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, people probably vomited their mouths whenever they see me. So, that it makes me feel sad. But hey, since I was like, I think I was like 12 or 13 years old, I realized if I wear a black faceless mask, people are nicer to me. Because that's the thing. Like, I remember going to a thing, I was like either 12 or 13 years old. There was like 100 people there. And I wore a black face because it was like a costume place, like a Halloween time. And I talked and behaved the same way I always would. I behaved just like it was any other day. The only difference is people couldn't actually see me. So they were just hearing my voice, and that was it. As I was standing in front of them, and everyone was a lot nicer to me. And that both felt nice and was depressing. Then again, everyone's like, yeah, Lunar, that you must be bullshitting us because we only hear your voice and we probably are not exactly having the best impression of me. But hey, I didn't say it made me great. It just meant that at least if people don't see me or my face or my body, that they at least are nicer. Well, aside from my low self-esteem and general feeling of worthlessness as a human being, and the feeling that I'm completely undesirable and ugly as fuck, and there's no reason why anybody would even want to give me a hug, well, I think the only thing we've done so far in this video is thoroughly depress myself. But I guess the main thing is this. That's every fucking day of my life. It's like every time I look in a mirror, I'm like, oh, right. That's why everyone hates me. Oh, that's right. That's why. That's I would say I'm unfuckable, but I've actually had a couple relationships in my life. But then again, all of those went really, really badly. I was married once. And again, even though tend to be a lonely person, I was never more alone than when I was married. My marriage was awful and horrible to the point that even if a fucking supermodel were to like say they like me, I would not marry them. I'd still date them probably. I'm just saying, if a real life supermodel were to like, actually, I still wouldn't marry them. And that's simply because my experience being married was really, really bad, and I don't want to ever go through that again. And it's just, no, never actually marrying again. Not getting in more detail, I've talked about that in previous videos. I'm just saying this. It could literally be a supermodel, like the most beautiful, sexiest person in the world. Again, heck, and again, regardless of gender. Doesn't matter what gender the person is, I'm not marrying anyone. Like, I'm bisexual, I'll date either gender, although I have a large preference at this point for people with, cock. But, Bishonen, femboys, futas, guys, But, I'm just saying, even if I were to meet somebody who I think is like the perfect partner for me, I'm still not marrying anyone. I'm not getting into a legal contract with the government to be stuck with somebody, even if I would have a reason to think that they wouldn't become like the bad experience I've had. It's just I don't want to be in that situation where all of a sudden if I'm with somebody that is abusive or cheating or really horrible, to where I have to worry about some legal contract that I have to deal with. It's just... Because at least then, if I don't have to deal with that, then it's just, okay, if the person suddenly, cheating on me or becomes psychotic or violent, I can just leave. And also I don't have to worry about, other human beings or children who would either get mistreated while I'm at work or be taken away from me. I'm not going through any of that ever again. And again, if I were to meet anyone that didn't like me, it's no offense to them, but it's like, I don't care how much I could possibly love or trust somebody. I don't care if they're the sexiest person on the planet, perfect for me in every way. I am not legally marrying anyone ever again. My marriage was awful and it was horrible. But yeah, back to what I was saying. All my relationships have been terrible. Every girlfriend I've ever had has cheated on me, including when I was married. And also, all of the dates that I went on that didn't go anywhere, technically every single one of the women I went on a date with were actually already fucking another person at that time. So either they were already in a relationship, or they literally fucked somebody before showing up at the date, or fucked somebody immediately after my date. So, also, again, that's kind of insulting. I go out on a date with somebody, and then, oh, by the way, have me drop you off this alley. Okay, you're friends? Like, yeah. And it's like, oh, by the way, and once you get there, it's like, oh, yeah, we're not going to be dating anymore, but yeah, this is my boyfriend's place. Like, what? Or here's the other Tinder date. I'm like, what the fuck? Granted, I've never used Tinder, but still, they did. So it's like, on the plus side, it does mean this. It's a good thing I didn't fuck those people, otherwise I probably would have caught an STD. Hell, there was one girl, this is a weird story, but basically went to a Steak and Shake with her. And that's the place she wanted to go. I suggested a couple other places. She wanted to go to the Steak and Shake. We went there. I paid for food for both of us. Drove over there. And then afterward, obviously the date didn't go very well. But I wound up dropping her off at the place that she was planning to go to anyway. Which... there was actually a pile of clothes so high that cats were living in it like a giant igloo. The place smelled of piss. And well, let's put it this way. They had graffiti on the inside of their house. There was barbed wire. There was the ICP Hatchet Man stuff. Actually, just everywhere. Also, apparently, which made me really glad I didn't kiss the girl at all, but apparently the main guy who lived there, who was also apparently occasionally, fucking her every other weekend, even though they weren't actually in a relationship, because he was doing that with a dozen other women, and of course, most of the women were actually doing it with all of the other guys that were actually living in that house. So that was, honestly, I feel like that's the kind of standard that you feel like even frat houses would consider gross and disgusting. Anyway, apparently that guy had a habit of basically what he would do, and they made a habit about bragging about this in front of me as I'm dropping her off. That what he would do is, he would at least wear condoms when he fucked women. But after nutting in the condom, he would then take his knife, stab his mattress, and shove the used condom into the mattress. And apparently it was filled with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of used condoms. Which probably explains one of the many reasons why that building smelled so horrible I was actually starting to puke in my mouth. It smelled so bad. So yeah, I'm glad I never kissed that person. Now again, the date wasn't exactly horrible. I had Steak and Shake. Granted, I paid for it, and I paid for hers. And I could have just gone to a steak and shake by myself. Been cheaper. Would have been better conversation, too. Heck, I remember this one date where, again, went on a date, hung with a girl, didn't do anything with her. And, of course, drop her off at her parents' house, and it's like, she lived with her parents, but also, it's like, oh. It's like, who's this? Is it your brother? Oh, that's like, I'm her boyfriend. Like, great. Or I met this one woman, it was like, you had a woman that was a single mother living with her brother, who was also married to this other woman who had a couple kids, and they're all living together. And I'm like, just saying, the dates that I have gone on, and again, not only was she a single mother, but also she was also dating a few other people at the same time, apparently. Which, again, at least with that, I found out in the middle of the date. And it's like, huh. So yeah, I mean, on the plus side, it's actually a win I didn't fuck any of those people or anything. Otherwise, I probably would have had, like, every fucking disease in the universe. Thankfully, the only STD I've ever caught is mono. And, like, 95% of everyone has that. Plus, I'm like seeing all these statistics. Like here's the thing: I haven't had sex since I was married. That was a long time ago. Heck, I haven't even made out with anyone since then. Again, though to be fair, I don't think I've even been able to go on a date since then. I've asked out a lot of women, had a lot of rejections. I haven't even tried to ask anyone out in a long time now. And at this point, I'm like, you know what, again, benefit of being bisexual, you can, choose to be gay. Because at the end of the day, like, I have several big reasons that it'd be better to be gay. And it's like largely, I'm prioritizing that I would like somebody that I feel actually cares about me. And I would rather be with someone who's not insufferable. Also, I like cock and balls. Yes, I meet someone I think is nice, I will suck and ride their dick and love it. But I just feel that's a very awkward way to describe, but I mean, that's kind of like, goes without saying. It's like saying, okay, here's the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. They're really sexy. You can say that, but I don't need to go the extra mile and say they're really sexy because their tits are awesome and bouncy and big and jiggly and they got ass, and look at their thighs and look at their face and their hair and look how flexible they are and all that stuff. Like, look at their boobs. Like, I can say, like, oh, look, the VTuber Shy Lily, she looks really pretty. That's a much more kosher way of saying, oh, look, those jiggle physics. Boobies. It's not very elegant to say it that way. Instead of saying, oh, look, here's this model that's very, very sexy and has big tits and looks very sexy, and you'd want to fuck this model, especially if Shy Lily had a big dick. I feel like I have to apologize to Shy Lily at this point, because I feel like it'd probably be a bit insulting to her to think that I'm like, it's like, hey, here's this guy who's like talking about how he wants to have sex with my VTuber avatar. And I'm like, I mean, that's a crass way of putting it, but yes. And again, that's why you say it the other way. It's like saying you like here's the thing, if you're a 100% straight dude and you say you like this woman, it kind of goes without saying, oh, why do you like her? Well, she has the big triple D titties. obviously, that goes without saying. You don't say that, even though it's very, very true. You don't say it because it's very inappropriate. Same way, you can say, oh, here's this sexy Bishonen character. You date this person. And while it's true to say, oh, I date this person because they're handsome and they have a nice personality, it's also true saying, hey, it'd be great to suck their dick and their cock would look really sexy. And to fuck them and get fucked by them and all that. But again, you don't say it that way because that's very, uncomfortable for people. It's kind of like saying, I think Astolfo is cute, and I would date Astolfo. Like if I were to meet someone around my age who basically looks like Astolfo, then again, there's lots of different, I'm just using the most famous, well-known example. But main point I'm just trying to say is this. You would say, oh yeah, that person's really cute. I would date them. You don't go into detail about what, sexual aspects about them you like and would want to do. That's inappropriate. Like you don't say, like you would take, just pick a random VTuber with giant, big, milky titties. You just say, oh yeah, that VTuber model is really pretty and cute and it's very well designed. You don't say, oh wow, each of those tits is the size of her head and it jiggles. Be like, hey, the bouncing titties. What? I wonder if there's any websites that have like VTuber models, but they have like nipples. And at that point, so I don't think Pornhub would do stuff like that. Then again, I don't do a Pornhub, and then again, I'm pretty sure that website doesn't even exist anymore. I don't know. Everyone's like, they were 40 minutes into this. For 42 plus minutes, we have not done any karaoke. And I'm like, yeah, my bad. I'm just saying this. Like, you don't be crass about stuff. It's kind of like, heck, I told my mom a month and a half ago about me being bisexual. Granted, she had some disagreements with that. But for the most part, she just, she at least feels a little bit uncomfortable with it. But really, most part, didn't really say really anything negative for the most part on that. But, we both agreed that Dad would freak out on that. But, yeah, we'll get to that when I get to that. But I at least told her, but the main thing is this. I didn't go into detail saying, oh yeah, I want to be gay because I like cock. Because that's weird. That's inappropriate. Why would he? It's kind of like this. Like the entirety of my life, I can, I never discuss, like, hey, I like this woman because she has nice tits. No, that's weird. It's weird to talk about with anyone, let alone, your mom. So, yeah. Just the main point I'm just trying to say is this. If you say you like someone, yes, it's implied that you're thinking you like them because you want to do very gratuitous NSFW stuff. Lots of really hardcore sex. Now, of course, lots of wholesome stuff too, like hugs and hand holding and cuddling and actually just, someone you enjoy being around. I think that's the big thing I would really care about. Like, someone who actually just enjoys my company. Someone who actually thinks I'm attractive. Someone who actually wants to have lots of sex with me. Someone who just enjoys spending time with me. Someone who's not insufferable. Someone I actually feel safe around. I think that'd be the important thing in a relationship. Someone who's not abusive. Doesn't cheat on me. Doesn't consider me disposable. Isn't psychotic. I've had a lot of bad experiences. Then again, like I said, I have a 3-inch scar on my right arm to remember last Christmas being married to my ex-wife by. So that was one of 1,000 things that were horrible just about that one relationship alone. And then generally, like I said, just It's just, yes, reasons for being gay over being over with women. One, I like cock. Two, I like guys too. Three, I want someone who actually cares about me. Someone who isn't insufferable. Someone who I actually enjoy being around and who enjoys being around me. Someone who would actually, never hurt me, never become violent, never cheat on me. And at least then, like, here's the thing. Not only would, guys in general be less likely to do that, and I'd have more, control over, vetting people to avoid even running into people like that to begin with. But also, it's not like the system would be unfairly judging me as if I'm the problem no matter what, just because, like, oh, she's a woman, she automatically must be. And it's just like, and even then, I want to, like, if the person does become, cheating on me or abusive or something, I'm not in a legally binding contract with them, nor do I have to worry about the fate and well-being of a child whom I love with all my heart. Because I'll still say it's the happiest day of my entire life was the day my son was born. But, dear God, it hurts so much when you have to deal with your spouse being neglectful toward your child, and there's nothing you can do about it because the way society's set up to where, like, literally there's nothing you can really do. And at the end of the day, if you do anything more, at the end of the day, the only thing that would happen is, well, guess what? You get arrested, and now you're not there to even protect the child at all. And even then, you get divorced. Like, it's like, you have any idea how, like, just the whole process of just being in a relationship like that, how powerless it makes you feel, how horrible that feels, how just, like, it's so depressing. It is such a horrible feeling. And it's just like, you feel like as a parent you want to do everything you can, to be the best father you can in the world, but then it's like you then get put in a situation where, like, you have no power over anything and you can't, and just everything's taken from you. And like I said, my son lives with his grandparents on his mom's side. I pay the child support to them. They spend the money on him. He is well taken care of. They love him as if he's their own son. He is happy. He's safe. He's well taken care of. He's alive. And again, I made the right choice in that, because the way things were with her, the way she was, especially once she was, like, making everything fully apparent, like what was going on and how she was being. If I hadn't done that with just him being around her like that after the divorce, he would have died before he turned 5 years old. It's just, then again, I tried to save my marriage. I tried my hardest on it, and I'm glad I fucking failed. I'm so fucking glad me and him are away from her. But I'll say this, had we not gotten divorced, had I succeeded at saving my marriage, then more than likely we would have had one more child, and then she would have murdered me and both of our children. So we'd all be dead. So I'm just saying I'm grateful to not be dead or be married to an adulterous, abusive, psychotic bitch. So I'm just saying, life is a bit lonely, especially since I've spent most of my life alone. But I'll tell you this, I was never more lonely or isolated feeling. I was never more lonely than when I was married. My marriage was awful and horrible. So yeah, I really can't. Now granted, there are those among you who have a happy, loving marriage or even a family, then that's awesome. That's good. I wish you the best. I want you to succeed. It's best if people have happy marriages and happy families and you're able to raise your children. That's awesome. But it's just my own personal experience with it. It's left me a bit jaded and pessimistic. And then I look at statistics and the way other people are in their own anecdotal stories. And it seems like there's so many men out there that are going through horrible situations, even far worse than what I went through. And it's just, that's awful. I mean, heck, like I think I was saying everything about the STD thing. Apparently, like STD rates of that stuff is like skyrocketing, and I'm like, that's another thing that makes me kind of hesitant about the idea if I were to actually, go on a date to meet somebody, especially a lot of the stuff that went on with a lot of the women I was trying to date back, what was it, a decade and a half ago? Like, how old was I back then? I'm not even sure anymore. It was like 15 years ago or something. I don't know, somewhere around then. I don't know. It's not worth remembering. Just saying. It's just, you guys were listening earlier, like, a lot of the women I wound up, I mean, heck, I had a lot of girls I asked out when, a lot of girls I asked out when I was younger. They not only said no to me, but then they started fucking one of my friends. And it's like, oh, that's great. Heck, I did have a girl that asked me to go to a prom with her. She was also a girl, keep in mind we were 17 at the time. She was also a girl that had a drinking problem. And remember, the drinking age is 21 in America. But, went to the prom, it was cool. I would dance songs at the, little party thing. But she explained to me, and again, she felt comfortable saying this to me because, I'm not an aggressive or mean person. Though it still made me feel kind of sad, but I didn't really express that. I'm like, oh. But basically, she expressed that the main reason she went with me is, well, one, she knew that no matter how drunk she could get, I would never try to force myself on her. And two, and here's the thing that really kind of... Two is that no matter how drunk she would be, she wouldn't try to make a pass at me. Because she had a concern that, with really anyone else, that if she were to get drunk, that she would try to seduce the guy. But with me, given how fucking ugly I am, she felt confident that no matter how drunk she could possibly get, she would never even consider the idea of even kissing me. So that was... The funny thing is, like, later that day, at that night, it was... I wound up staying at a house of, like... There was me, and there was, like, 7 women. All of them were already in relationships with other guys. I wasn't there to fuck them or even try to make passes because, again, they're all in relationships. And also, I'm already aware that none of them would be attracted to me. But did watch some Blue Collar Comedy Tour with them on the TV, and we all ordered pizzas and made some s'mores. I slept on the floor, though. They slept on, like, the couches and stuff in that living room. There were actually a couple others that slept on the floor, too, because there was just not enough couches. But, no, I did not get fucked or even a kiss that entire day. But I still enjoyed going to the prom and the music, and I enjoyed watching Blue Collar Comedy Tour and having funny conversations with the girls there, and the pizza was good, and so was the s'mores. The floor kind of sucked. My back hurt a lot in the morning. Heck, I did not get my first actual kiss until I was already of American drinking age. So far this entire thing has just been Hi, I'm Lunar D8. I'm ugly as fuck. Look at the anime character that I think is sexy that I'm representing myself as. Also, I've had horrible experiences in any kind of relationships, period. Also, I'm super fucking gay because I like penis. Also, I've had terrible experiences with women, and I just don't want to, go through those terrible experiences ever again. And I prioritize that I want a partner who's actually nice to me and cares about me, and I feel that there is no woman on the planet capable of doing that, and I feel in general there are guys out there that would be guys that I would think are attractive and who would actually be loving, caring partners, who would actually care about me as a person and as a human being and as a friend, and would actually be attracted to me and actually enjoy spending time with me, and would never cheat on me or hurt me, and would actually care about my thoughts and feelings, and I could actually feel safe around them, and I could actually just be open and vulnerable with them, and they wouldn't lose respect for me, and they would actually fucking care about me and be kind to me, and they wouldn't be insufferable. In general, the main priority is someone who actually, treats me well, and actually, is attracted to me. Okay, I suppose I should do the singing thing before I run out of fucking energy drink. I just keep taking. It's a big can, but still. Good thing I'm not fucking chugging it. Damn. But yeah, this Ramadan Mora. It's an anime character. I'm just saying, hey guys, we can all imagine I look like this. And also, as far as I'm concerned, I feel like this is what you'd get if you did a Dragon Ball Z fusion of Astolfo and Jack Hanma. I think in both personality and in physical appearance that this is what you would get. But yeah, I'm just going to represent myself, or say a Lumi Zoldyck. Like, imagine if I look like a Lumi Zoldyck from Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter. So imagine me like a Lumi Zoldyck. Or as Yoichi. He's a twink from the Drifters anime. What were the things I was going to put in links? Fuck, I can't remember. I was going to put things in the description. Okay, I was going to put the Don't Bite AMV. I'm writing it down. And the Lunar Hold My Hand thing. Or whatever it is. It's... I think it's NIB. Please take my hand. I mean, the original lyric is, it's NIB by Black Sabbath. I changed one of the words in it to be Lunar D8. So, my name is Lunar D8. Please take my hand. Technically, I made that in 2 videos. So, but the one is the second time I tried it, and it was like a year or so after the first time. Also, again, most people would probably try to practice any of these songs. And, I don't think me rambling about how ugly I am counts as practice. But, a couple of these things I have done in other videos. I've written down a list of a few things, but yeah. Can't Be Erased. I've done before. And a few other things, but... yeah, let's proceed to, I would say, to me being cringe, but, well, we've already been doing that. But then again, hey, to be fair, I'm actually about to become even more cringe than I was in the first hour. Yes, first hour, you heard me right. We are at officially 59 minutes right there. So, I just rambled and rambled for an hour. That's, heck, at this point, let's do our intro. Heck, by the time I finish the intro, it will be a solid hour. Greetings, one and all, to the most cursed, most cringiest corner of the internet. A YouTube channel content creator actively alienating everyone in both the analog and digital world. Well, welcome and good evening, you wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar D8, and... yeah, I don't know how to really... I feel... oh, right, I wrote that stuff that I was going to put because there's other things I was going to put there, too. but I don't remember the other things are now. So, oh, I can't remember them long enough to write them down. Okay, how about this? Love is a Battlefield by Pat Benatar. We are young, heartache to heartache, we stand. No promises, no demands. Love is a battlefield, whoa. We are strong, no one can tell us we're wrong. Searching our hearts for so long, both of us knowing love is a battlefield. You're making me go, then making me stay. Why do you hurt me so bad? It would help me to know. Do I stand in your way? Or am I the best thing you've had? Believe me, I can't tell you why, but I'm trapped by your love, and I'm chained to your side. We are young, heartache to heartache, we stand. No promises, no demands. Love is a battlefield. We are strong. No one can tell us we're wrong. Searching our hearts for so long, both of us knowing love is a battlefield. When I'm losing control, will you turn me away or touch me deep inside? And when all this gets old, will it still feel the same? There's no way this will die, but if we get much closer, I could lose control. And if your heart surrenders, you'll need me to hold. We are young, heartache to heartache, we stand. No promises, no demands. Love is a battlefield. We are strong. No one can tell us we're wrong. Searching our hearts for so long, both of us knowing love is a battlefield. Okay, we're gonna try This Is Halloween. Boys and girls of every age, wouldn't you like to see something strange? Come with us and you will see this our town of Halloween. This is Halloween, this is Halloween, pumpkins scream in the dead of night. This is Halloween, everybody make a scene, trick or treat till the neighbors gonna die of fright. It's our town, everybody scream in this town of Halloween. I am the one hiding under your bed, teeth grown sharp and eyes glowing red. I am the one hiding under your stairs, fingers like snakes and spiders in my hair. This is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween. In this town we call home, everyone hail to the pumpkin song. In this town, don't we love it now? Everybody's waiting for the next surprise. Round that corner, man, hiding in the trash can, something's waiting, no to pounce. And how you'll scream, this is Halloween, red and black, slimy green. Aren't you scared? Well, that's just fine. Say it once, say it twice, take a chance, roll the dice, ride with the moon in the dead of night. Everybody scream in our town of Halloween. I am the clown with the tearaway face, here in a flash and gone without a trace. I am the who when you call who's there. I am the wind blowing through your hair. I am the shadow on the moon at night, filling your dreams to the brim with fright. This is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween. Tender lumplings everywhere. Life's no fun without a good scare. That's our job, we're not mean in our town of Halloween. In this town, don't we love it now? Everybody's waiting for the next surprise. Skeleton Jack might catch you in the back and scream like a banshee, make you jump out of your skin. This is Halloween, everybody scream. Won't you please make way for a very special guy? Our man Jack is king of the pumpkin patch. Everyone hail to the Pumpkin King now. This is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween. In this town we call home. Everyone hail to the pumpkin song. La 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 la. Halloween. Everyone's like, this is so awful. Like Lunar, why? Like you said it was gonna be cringe, but we didn't expect this level of this. And I'm like, well, you should never have underestimated how cringe I could be. Okay, FNAF, we don't bite. Let's put one of the things in the description. Take a drink of my energy drink. I feel like I need to burp. Okay. Well, can't remember the pacing. Things haven't been the same since my birthday. We went to Fazbear's. That was the worst day. Home alone in this awful darkness. I don't even know where my dad or mom is. Never been a fan of animatronics. Can I get a grown-up? Check in my closet. Just heard a noise. I don't know where it went. To the right, to the left. Is it under my bed? This must be a joke and it's all in my head. But what if I'm in hell and I'm already dead? Calm down. Take it slow. Check the halls. Listen close. Shut the door. Better keep it closed. What's behind it? I don't want to know. Fazbear Pizza. Thought it was gone. I'm going to have to try this again at some point when I actually I'll have to actually be singing with the song. But hey, future video. Freddy and his friends are far from done. I'm singing with the fucking Halloween pacing. Did you hear that? Now they're all come. 5 nights. 5 long nights, and I'm only on one. Well, welcome home, girls and boys. Time to... I can't remember the rhythm of the song. Wow, I need to... I feel like I need to listen to the song to remember how... How about this? Oh! I have an older phone that I used basically for Facebook Messenger. Basically, it doesn't have phone service, but at least one good thing is old phones can still also be used for emergency contacts for 911. But yeah, I don't like wasting things. So I'll try to sing this as is, and then we'll probably come back with welcome home, girls and boys. Time. I can't remember the nightmares lurking. I can't remember. I can't. The Halloween pacing stuck in my head. I can't. I can't remember the rhythm of the song. I'm looking at the lyrics in front of me on my phone, but I can't remember. I can't remember the pacing. Things haven't been the same since my birthday. Home alone in this awful darkness. I don't even know where my dad or mom is. Never been a fan of animatronics. Can I get a... Okay, I think I at least remember that piece. Things haven't been the same since my birthday. We went to Fazbear's. That was the worst day. Home alone in this awful darkness. I don't even know where my dad or mom is. Never been a fan of animatronics. Can I get a grown-up to check in my closet? Just heard a noise. I don't know where it went. To the right or the left. It is under my bed. This must be a joke and it's all in my head. But what if I'm in hell and I'm already dead? Calm down, take it slow, check the halls, listen close, shut the door. Better keep it closed. What's behind? I don't want to know. Fazbear Pizza? I thought it was gone. Freddy and his friends are far from done. Did you hear that? Now we're all come? 5 long nights and only had one. Welcome. And I can't. It's like I can't remember the pacing. How about this? We'll come back to this in a second. Let's do another. Well, because it takes a moment for that one phone to turn on. How about a fairly slow one? Left Behind. I think I can remember that one a little better. Everyone, please stay on your seats. The show will begin momentarily. Behold the horrors, they lurk beneath the shadows of remorse. You wouldn't know, of course, but I forced a new judgment day. On this day you will repay your respects to all that may lurk in between your mind and mankind. So have a seat and be afraid. Fear's about to commence the final ritual. One body is all we need for this to be complete. And when the day begins to take form, you won't be leaving those doors. You'll only live with us inside the darkness as we tear you up inside. I was left behind. All this torture will unwind. I was never all that kind. If you were to rewind, then you would find I was left behind. Take your turn to run and hide. I will catch you all the time. This night no longer shines. Your tears divine. You'll now be mine. Behold the terrors, you won't believe what I have done to you. I've made it look brand new, oh how cute. But don't digress, I'm the ringmaster, you see. In this horror game you flee. I take up every shadow, believe me. Now have a seat and grab your light. Tears begin to run you dry, but darkened thoughts are the common grounds. I give myself to be complete, be as it may, our courtesy remains. So we offer you our darkest passions. Take off that blindfold that heals and reveal your soul that dies. I was left behind. All this torture will unwind. I was never all that kind. If you were to rewind, then you would find I was left behind. Take your turn to run and hide. I will catch you all the time. This night no longer shines. Your tears divine, you'll now be mine. You dare bring your filth into my lair? Well then, let us descend. Reborn again, our suits are now refined, breathing new life inside our tombs tonight. You have no idea what we've been through, time and time again, done holding on to our deadliest demise. We can't keep you alive. All this torture will unwind. Take it from our broken cries. We have no place to go, but you would know. Take your turn to run and flee, but death's your destiny. Stop holding back from me. They burned it all down. They burned us alive. Everyone's like, this is so fucking cringe. They made us look like clowns, our souls arise. But like the jester said, the king, there is bad news that I bring. Now let the night begin. I was left behind. All this torture will unwind. I was never all that kind. If you were to rewind, then you would find I was left behind. Take your turn to run and hide. I will catch you all the time. This night no longer shines. Your tears divine. You'll now be mine. We hope you enjoyed the show within your grave down below. Let's see. What's another FNAF song? Let's see. It's been a while. It's been so long. Okay. I don't know what I was thinking, leaving my child behind. Now I suffer the curse and now I am blind. With all this anger, guilt, and sadness coming to haunt me forever, I can't wait for the cliff at the end of the river. Is this revenge I am seeking? Is this revenge I am seeking, or seeking someone to avenge me? Stuck in my own paradox, I want to set myself free. Maybe I should chase and find before they'll try to stop it. It won't be long before I become a puppet. It's been so long since I have seen my son lost to this monster. To the man behind the slaughter, since you've been gone, I've been singing this stupid song so I could ponder the sanity of your mother. I wish I lived in the present with the gifts of my past mistakes, but the future keeps lurking in a pack of snakes, like a pack of snakes. Your sweet little eyes, your little smile is all I remember. Those fuzzy memories mess with my temper. Justification is killing me, but killing isn't justified. What happened to my son? I'm terrified. It lingers in my mind, and the thoughts keep getting bigger. I'm sorry, my sweet baby, I wish I've been there. It's been so long since I last have seen my son lost to this monster, to the man behind the slaughter. Since you've been gone, I've been singing this stupid song so I could ponder the sanity of your mother. Okay, what's another FNAF song? Survive the night, just gold. We'll go with just gold. It's like, wrote down a list of various FNAF songs. It's like, what order are we doing in? Like, I don't know. Eventually we'll come back to the We Don't Bite. I mean, their phone's loaded. Let's see if I can remember the pacing of this song. Time for the main attraction. The story must be told. Time for a chain reaction. It never gets old. Some bots get satisfaction breaking the mold. Some bots are just distractions. Some bots are just gold. I'm not the bad guy. I'm just a bit surprising. It's not worth losing sleep. It's not worth analyzing. There was a time not so long ago at all. I was just like you. Can you hear my call? Now I'm popping in over here, over there. I'll be checking in, but you'll never be aware. In the beginning I kept a keen eye on the state of affairs of the new guy. Now I got a new gig, let me know if you dig. Ain't going home, so I better go big. Just got to glance at the cam 2B, then you get a little surprise. It's me. You may say You may say that I'm breaking your mind. In my opinion, you're much too kind. Time for the main attraction. The story must be told. Time for a chain reaction. It never gets old. I burped. Some bots get satisfaction breaking the mold. Some bots are just distractions. Some bots are just gold. You did a good job watching those little screens. It warms my servos and circuits to hear some fresh screams. But don't get me wrong, you were very brave. When faced with friendly singing animals, you never caved. I'm finished training, done explaining. No more facts are left remaining. Now you know the gist of it, you're a perfect fit. I don't want to hear no more complaining. I'm passing down this golden opportunity. Eternal scrapyard immunity. Take it with pride and enjoy the ride. You'll forever be a part of this community. You may say that it's all in your mind, all in your mind. But in the end, I think that you will find you are the main attraction. Your story must be told. You are a chain reaction that never gets old. Some bots get satisfaction breaking the mold. Some bots are just distractions. Some bots are just gold. You are the main attraction. Your story must be told. You are a chain reaction that never gets old. Some bots get satisfaction breaking the mold. Some bots are just distractions. Some bots are just gold. I'm the dancing demon, watch me twirl and hop and spin. I'm quick to give a smile, but I won't forget your sins. The wonders of imagination. Welcome home, dear friend. Oh, how long we've all been waiting. Let's create a masterpiece, breathe life into your dreams. All you gotta do is start up the machine. I'm the product of an artist whose creations bring delight. Upon this somber threshold, imagination comes to life. Just free yourself from reason, soon you'll see in black and white. Call me a seed of evil, but what's that mean if I'm conceived within your mind? Leaking from the ceiling, ink is bleeding through the lines. Is that your heart that's beating, or illusion you're alive? Collect what's necessary, keep appeasing the divines. It's me you should be believing, 'cause he's deceiving you with lies. Holy conniption, has been 30 years. It appears Mickey Mouse might have been murdered here. Lifeless pie-cut eyes, I have learned to fear. Kinda reminds me why I quit working here. Why did it come? Let me go home. I should be leaving. Whatever happened? Don't want to know. What are these demons? Guess if I gotta be stuck here, then I might as well investigate. Secrets aren't locking. But too bad the exit ain't. Despite this mask of happiness, I drown in dark despair. The world may be your canvas, what you paint on it, beware. The pen is mightier than the sword, it has no limitation. Don't refrain, this ink will stain, and nothing can erase us now. Can you describe the face you saw? Could it be one you recognize? We'd never harm the hand that draws. Imagination cursed us all with life. Shamed and defaced, scathed and disgraced, tainted by hatred that can't be erased. Creators betrayed us, we got it on tape. We've written your fate and it can't be erased. I was not always a monster, once I was somebody's muse. Innovation made us stronger, but that power was abused. The machine is thumping and the ink is pumping. Now you need to run because the demon's coming. I really need help, someone send a telegram. I'm surrounded by upside down pentagrams. I don't have a guide, just a little bit of candlelight with an axe that I don't know how to handle right. That little devil darling's on a lot of reels. Long as he's on one, he cannot be real. Stop the projectors, Benny's off is real. Got a feeling he and Joey got a deal. An unholy bargain, a demonic seal, with a master plan that I must reveal. Won't be long till this ink's all congealed upon my body, head to toe, all concealed. But a little bit of bleach should do the trick. I'll never watch another damn cartoon. I quit. Look at you, you're scared of a moving pic. Hey, Bendy, how'd you get that tutu to fit, huh? I'm blinded. I'm blinded by this evil growing. My heart is full of people loathing, with secrets that I keep from showing. I am the wolf in sheepish clothing. Flood the shop with ink a-floating, push it to the brink of blowing. We hope you don't think of going, weigh you down to keep from floating. Come with me, we'll bring you Joey. You'll be kept from being lonely, kicking, screaming, sinking slowly. Give your soul, it's what you owe me. Shamed and defaced, scathed and disgraced, tainted by hatred and can't be erased. Creators betrayed us, we've got it on tape. We've written your fate and it can't be erased. Can't be erased. You joined the underground cabaret today. Oh, hey there, tell me your name. You try to run and tell the world, but you're stranded in a darkened cave. Oh, Henry, we hate you the same. So listen up, my friend, there's more to the meets the eye. You power up the studio and bring them to life. Now play the beat that trickles through the halls, or else your life is never more. Don't worry, chum, it's not the music that dies. Now listen up, our life support machine was brought to life by remarkable hands. Forget about the hell we've seen, the time's come to revive our band. So bang the drums to a rhythm captivating the beat, and press the keys on the piano for the ritual, please. The song's alive, with the night, with your help we'll revive. The devil's advocate is staring right through your lies. You're just returning our old strings tonight. I hope you turn up the light now. Can I get an amen in here? Amen. You see the magic of art, it would tear you apart if you knew. Can I get an amen in here? Amen. This magic is fueled by your heart, but the dreams in his eyes were untrue. He had bigger plans for the band. By demand we came back to his darkened cell. You're going to break us out of this hell. We've been stars since the rhythm days, but our instruments have all grown tired. And in the end our only dream was to dance. They took the dance away and we got retired. But that was long ago. We have a new change of face. We've turned it up a couple of notches with a brand new pace. You think they all just erased us, betrayed us, enslaved us, but the deed is done, and now we want to get out. Now listen up, ain't it nice to be underground with a good old friend like me? So you notice that sign, we ain't lying, but sit down and take a seat. There's an exit for sure, but that's for schmucks. But a little bit of ink and a couple of bucks, we can reopen the curtains and show off the strut. But for goodness sake, you gotta just believe. You're just returning our old strings tonight. I hope you turn up the light now. Can I get an amen in here? Amen. You see the magic of art, it would tear you apart if you knew. Can I get an amen in here? Amen. This magic is fueled by your heart, but the dreams in his eyes were untrue. He had bigger plans for the band. By demand we came back to his darkened cell. You've got to break us out. Go to sleep, my little sheep, it's time to rest your head. Whether alive or dead, I'm keeper of the key that will set us all free. I bring the demon back to life. There's a song I sing that shows us the light. Even on the lighter side of hell, we sing with delight. Play the notes that I require, this will please my desire. You have given me the tools to restart this fire. There's a twisted fate that controls us, betrays us. My friends have a death wish, and all of this is him to blame. Now we've brought him to his knees. Your only hope is to escape this, is to embrace this. We need your help to keep this demon at bay. Let's end this today. You're the conductor of this performance now, Henry. Will you take their word or ours? Golly, I hope this works. You've turned on this machine. Now you have to believe. Can I get an amen in here? You see the magic of art will tear you apart if you knew. Can I get an amen in here? This magic is fueled by your heart, but the dreams in his eyes were untrue. He had bigger plans for the band. By demand we came back to this world of gray. Welcome to the gospel of dismay. Welcome to the gospel of dismay. You know, it kind of reminds me, there was some song about frogs or something I remember hearing a long time ago. Jump high, hope you die, stupid little froggy. Joggy, froggy, 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 froggy. Ribbit, 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 croak. Ribbit, 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 splat. Jump high, hope you die, stupid little froggy. Everyone's like, what the fucking song is that? Like, I don't know. I don't remember the name of it. I remember there being like a Steamboat Bill lyric. I can't remember the words. Type in Steamboat Bill lyrics, see what we get. Apparently it's... Okay, Steamboat Bill. I don't know, maybe I can remember the pacing of this. Down the Mississippi came the whip-poor-will, commanded by our captain, Mr. Steamboat Bill. Billy gave his orders on the strict QT. He was trying to beat the record of the Robert E. Lee. Steamboat Bill, steaming down the Mississippi. Steamboat Bill, a mighty man was he, oh, Steamboat Bill, steaming down the Mississippi. Steamboat Bill, he was trying to beat the record of the Robert E. Lee. Open up the throttle, let the old smoke roll. Pour on the cargo if you run out of coal. If you don't beat the record, said Billy to his mate, you'll be meeting St. Peter at the pearly gate. I'm going to try to avoid commenting on the rest of these lyrics, but did we just say that in order to beat this record, we're going to just start burning the cargo, and that if we don't beat the record, we're going to murder everyone on our crew? We literally just threatened murder. Okay, I'm gonna try to not comment on the rest of these lyrics, but they're probably going to get progressively worse. Steamboat Bill, steaming down the Mississippi. Steamboat Bill, a mighty man was he, oh, Steamboat Bill, steaming down the Mississippi. Steamboat Bill, he was trying to beat the record of the Robert E. Lee. Up spoke the gambler man from Louisville, trying to place a bet against the whip-poor-will. Billy flashed a roll that would choke a bear as the explosion of the engine threw them up in the air. Steamboat Bill, steaming down the Mississippi. Steamboat Bill, a mighty man was he, oh, Steamboat Bill, steaming down the Mississippi. Steamboat Bill, burp, he was trying to beat the record of the Robert E. Lee. Said the gambler man as he left the wreck, I don't know where we're going, but we're neck and neck. So Billy said, here what I'll do, I'll bet another 1,000 I can go higher than you. Steamboat Bill, steaming down the Mississippi. I don't feel like doing the chorus every time. Now, Mrs. Steamboat Billy was laying in bed when she got the news that her hubby was dead. So she said to her children, "Now, honey lambs, your next papa's gonna be a railroad man." Okay. So now she's married a new man named... So Steamboat Bill is dead. So everyone on his... So Steamboat Bill, all of his people on his ship, and all the people that were on the other ship next to him, everyone's dead. Everyone died. And his wife then said to all of their kids, "Okay, I'm going to go marry a guy who works in the railroad now." I said I wasn't going to comment, but I was like, okay. So I feel like I messed up the song by skipping the chorus. Maybe Steamboat Bill wouldn't have died if I sang the chorus. It's like I said, like I started the chorus and I was like, I don't want to sing the chorus again. And then Steamboat Bill died. The main character of the song died because I was lazy. Okay, I'm going to try to sing the chorus and maybe it'll revive him. Steamboat Bill, steaming down the Mississippi. Steamboat Bill, a mighty man was he, oh. Steamboat Bill, steaming down the Mississippi. Steamboat Bill, he was trying to beat the record of the Robert E. Lee. Now, Mrs. Steamboat Billy was lying in bed when she got the news that her hubby was dead. She said to her children, "Now, honey lambs, your next papa's gonna be a railroad man. Steamboat Bill, steaming down the Mississippi. Steamboat Bill, a mighty man was he, oh. Steamboat Bill, steaming down the Mississippi. Steamboat Bill, he was trying to beat the record of the Robert E. Lee. Casey Jones, steaming and a-rolling. Casey Jones, a mighty man was he, oh. Casey Jones." I guess she married a man named Casey Jones. Casey Jones, steaming and a-rolling. Casey Jones, he was trying to beat the record of the BMT. But did he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unlearned. He may ride forever 'neath the streets of Boston. He's the man who never returned. I don't know what BMT is. But it's apparently an acronym because it's got dots, periods after each of the letters. Also, underneath the streets, were we building a subway system? Also, wasn't Casey Jones like someone who's known to like being super strong with like sledgehammers and stuff of like the railroad system? Like, wasn't there like a legend about that dude? So the widow with multiple children of Steamboat Bill after he blew himself up trying to win a race married like literally the strongest railroad worker in all of history, who then disappeared. So he either died working himself to death, or he just wanted to get away from Steamboat. I wonder if that's why Steamboat Bill was being so fucking, lackadaisical about, OSHA violations. Everyone's like, OSHA didn't exist back then, Lunar. I'm like, I'm just saying. Steamboat Bill dies, his wife remarries, and then the guy that she remarries just disappears. He either worked himself to death or he just... the ending song is, "But did he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unlearned. He may ride forever 'neath the streets of Boston. He's the man who never returned." He literally went out to get a gallon of milk and never came back. Or, worked to death. Or both. Okay, well, that was the intermission between the FNAF songs. What's left? Bonnie, Survive the Night, We Don't Bite. Okay. Guess we're doing the We Don't Bite last. as I keep burping into the fucking microphone. Okay, the Bonnie song. Okay. Trying to remember the pacing. Hello, my friend, back so soon again. It seems to me that you like our company. You play again, and it's usually me to be the first disturbing being that you see. They tore me apart. They used me for parts. They took away my face. They took away my arm. No, it just isn't fair. The chicken and the bear. Even the fox didn't go through what I had to bear. Did we just rhyme bear and bear? Whatever. My replacement is blue. It's got the latest tech too. All I have is my guitar. Let me play a song for you. Now with glowing red eyes, I'll be your demise as my endoskeleton decides. My name is Bonnie. I'm the big purple bunny. I play guitar in a band. Don't you forget who I am. My replacement is blue. It's got the latest tech too. It's shiny and brand new. Now with red glowing eyes, I'll be your demise as my endoskeleton decides. They tore me apart. They used me for parts. They took away my face. They took away my arm. No, it just isn't fair. The chicken and the bear, even the fox didn't go through what I had to bear. My replacement is blue. It's got the latest tech too. All I have is my guitar. Let me play a song for you. Okay. Let's try to make it right. Don't want to start a fight. And we're so sorry if we give you all a little fright. We're not so scary if you see us in the daylight. You'll be so happy just as long as you survive the night. Let's try to make it right. Don't want to start a fight. And we're so sorry if we give you all a little fright. We're not so scary if you see us in the daylight. You'll be so happy just as long as you survive the night. Hey there, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Are you new in town? Don't think I've seen you before. It's great to see new faces around, and if you like it, I can give a tour of our enchanting wonderland, new and improved without the doors. There's no escape, but then who would want to leave? It's a fantastical paradise, and it's not make-believe. I'm so glad to have another member of the band. You're one of us now, so let me take you by the hand. But what is that I spy? With my robotic eye, I think I see a little bit of flesh inside the new guy. Maybe he isn't everything that he seems. Time to investigate what's underneath the seams. Let's try to make it right. Don't want to start a fight. We're so happy. We're so sorry if we give you all a little fright. We're not so scary if you see us in the daylight. You'll be so happy just as long as you survive the night. Let's try to make it right. don't want to start a fight. And we're so sorry if we give you all a little fright. We're not so scary if you see us in the daylight. You'll be so happy just as long as you survive the night. The nights, if you survive the nights. Oh, I'll take you away to our enchanting land of play. Forgive me for being suspicious. Mischief's not on my brain. We're programmed to be pragmatic if someone messes with the mainframe. It's not that we don't trust you. We do. We love you too. It's just that here at Freddy's, we have a few rules. And if you break them, we will have to break you like you broke our hearts, and we'll be forced to rewire you and repair your damaged parts. Now, you wouldn't want that, and frankly, neither would I. But sometimes to do some good, you've gotta be the bad guy. In this world we play, we hope that you will stay, and we will throw a most electrifying soiree. Formal attire is required for you. Formal attire is required for you to take part. You've got some skin that needs removing before we start. Let's try to make it right. Don't want to start a fight. And we're so sorry if we give you all a little fright. We're not so scary if you see us in the daylight. You'll be so happy just as long as you survive the night. I'm sure you'll survive. Just don't break the rules. And play nice. And I'm sure we'll all get along. We'll be the best of friends. Forever. Okay, you know what, I'm tired of being what you want me to be. Feeling so faithless, lost under the surface. I don't know what you're expecting of me, put under the pressure of walking in your shoes. Every step that I take is another mistake to you. Caught in the undertow, just caught in the undertow. I've become so numb, I can't feel you there. Become so tired, so much more aware. I'm becoming this, all I want to do is be more like me and be less like you. Can't you see that you're smothering me, holding too tightly, afraid to lose control? 'Cause everything that you thought I would be has fallen apart right in front of you. Every step that I take is another mistake to you. Caught in the undertow, just caught in the undertow. And every second I waste is more than I can take. I've become so numb, I can't feel you there. Become so tired, so much more aware. I'm becoming this, all I want to do is be more like me and be less like you. And I know I may end up failing too, but I know you were just like me, was someone disappointed in you. I've become so numb, can't feel you there. Become so tired, so much more aware. I'm becoming this, all I want to do to be more is be more like me, be less like you. Okay, so we'll do one more song and we'll call that it. Okay, well, I'm going to put this other thing probably to my other ear. I can try to hear this. Yeah. Yeah, I'm yawning. It's taking a minute. A socially awkward quiet of me trying to load stuff. And also kind of falling asleep. Okay, I'm going to put this to my... Things haven't been the same since my birthday. Went to Fazbear's. That was the worst day. Home alone in this awful darkness. I don't even know where my dad or mom is. Never been a fan of animatronics. Can I get a girl to check in my closet? Just heard. Okay, I can't hear myself. Let's learn to turn the volume. I'm just going to listen to this for a moment. Okay, so I'll try it again. I'll have it playing. I just had to listen to it. Things haven't been the same since my birthday. We went to Fazbear's. That was the worst day. Home alone in this awful darkness. I don't even know where my dad or mom is. Never been a fan of animatronics. Can I get a grown-up? Check in my closet. Just heard a noise. Know where it went. Right to left or is under my bed. This must be a joke and it's all in my head. But what if I'm in hell and I'm already dead? Calm down. Take it slow. Check the halls. Listen close. Shut the door. Better keep it closed. What's behind it? I don't want to know. Fazbear Pizza. Thought it was gone. Freddy and his friends are far from done. Did you hear that? And I heard they'll come. 5 lighting eyes and only on one. Welcome home, girls and boys. Time to play with brand new toys. Nightmares look inside your mind. Now no place is safe to hide. You have nowhere to run. So why not join the fun? At night we come to lie. Closer we don't. I don't believe that for 1 second. Let's get distance. I'll be pleasant. If you want to be my friend, then prove it. I got a flashlight and I know how to use it. That's right. Step back from me. I'll snap at you. Snap at me. Fly at me. I run out of bad ears. Oh my God, I'm on my own. Left alone, and I'm not that old. Wish there was lock on my door. Where am I now? I'm not my home. Oddly enough, I feel like I'm not alone. Whoa, sorry guys, you got to go. My mom and dad are not comfortable with robots. Watch me, I'm all alone. Welcome home, girls and boys. I'm to play with brand new toys. Nightmares look inside your mind. Now no place is safe to hide. You have nowhere to run. So why not join the fun? At night we come to life. Come closer, we don't buy things. Come closer, we don't bite. Things haven't been the same since my birthday. We had Fazbear's, that was the worst day. I'm crying out now, somebody help me. So I open up my eyes, they surround. Damn it. Things haven't been the same since my birthday. We went to Fazbear's, that was the worst day. I'm crying out now, somebody help me. 'Cause when I open up my eyes, they surround me. Why did it have to be me? Nobody else believes me. Will nothing ever give me peace? Maybe death will set me free. No, I'm not giving up easy. Ain't gonna let a cupcake eat me. Not real, I call your bluff. Wow, that there was real enough. Even when they're not in business, I'm number one. I'm Freddy Bear's hitless. Let's go away. Nobody told you we're here to stay. Welcome home, girls and boys. Well, I'm to play with. Welcome home, girls and boys. Time to play with brand new toys. Nightmares look inside your mind. Now there's places safe to hide. You have nowhere to run. So why not join the fun? At night we come to life. Come closer, we don't bite. And yes, I was doing a terrible job of that in every way. I was trying to match the. Welcome home, girls and boys. Time to play. I started going back to the Halloween song. Like, as soon as I'm not actively listening to the song, I just went straight back to This Is Halloween pacing. Okay. Well, anyone who made it through this video, thank you. And I hope you have a good day. Bye.